Picture this: you're floating in the middle of the ocean. It's dark, it's vast, and suddenly you hear an underwater ballad that sounds like a cross between a haunted flute and an alien jazz session. It's not a ghost. It's not your Spotify acting up. It's a whale. And now get this: AI is trying to learn the lyrics. Yes, it's 2025, and artificial intelligence isn't just summarizing your emails, it's studying the vocal stylings of sperm whales, decoding dolphin dialects, and low-key preparing to ace The Voice, Marine Edition. The question is no longer, can animals communicate? The question is, can we finally understand what the heck they've been saying all along? And, more importantly, can we use that understanding to tell better stories and maybe save the planet in the process? Let's dive in. When machines listen, the ocean speaks. The core message of this story is simple. AI's ability to decode whale songs is no longer science fiction. The science fact. And in doing so, it's not just revealing data, it's exposing rich emotional worlds beneath the waves. This matters because it doesn't just change how we understand whales, it changes how we understand ourselves. Storytellers, educators, and conservationists now have the opportunity to tell nature's story with greater empathy, accuracy, and power than ever before. Who's this for besides ocean nerds? If you're a content creator, communicator, teacher, or environmental storyteller who's ever said, "I want my stories to matter more. I'm tired of people zoning out during science talk. How do I make empathy-driven, jaw-dropping content about wildlife?" Then grab your emotional snorkel, this one's for you. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned TED Talk binge watcher, this script delivers advanced storytelling ideas in science, broken down like a beluga's baby steps. You don't need a PhD in whaleology. You just need curiosity and maybe a sense of humor. What you'll learn and laugh through. By the end of the story, you'll walk away with a deep understanding of how AI is decoding whale communication in real time. Surprising stories from the latest research projects through July 2025. The ethical and emotional stakes of listening to animals. Real-life examples you can use to build your own powerful, purpose-driven stories. A sense of empowerment and probably an unhealthy desire to attend a humpback whale concert. 1. Meet the whale whisperers and their robots. Let's get nerdy for a second. Project Cetacean Translation Initiative is a real project combining scientists, linguists, machine learning experts, and presumably people who were rejected from Atlantis. Their mission? Decode sperm whale codas, short bursts of clicks that function kind of like dolphin WhatsApp messages. As of mid-2025, SETI has cataloged over 150 distinct codas and interspecies dictionary. Not emojis. Real, contextual meaning. Think I'm joking? Nope. The Guardian and Time magazine reported on how SETI's AI tools are identifying patterns that could represent whale words, sentences, and even dialects. They're essentially teaching machines to become marine translators. Meanwhile, Google's AI division has been quietly working with 200,000 plus hours of underwater audio. Their system doesn't just identify whale calls, it distinguishes species, behavior patterns, and even individual whales, like the underwater version of Shazam for marine mammals. Imagine now playing Bride's Whale Biotwang in E minor. No, seriously. Biotwang is a real sound. It's part whistle, part foghorn, part bad date with an accordion. But it's all whale. 2. Beluga baby monitors and whale Alexa. Elsewhere in Canada, researchers are doing something truly magical. They're using artificial intelligence to detect individual calls between beluga whale mothers and their calves. And no, this isn't just marine-themed parenting. It's a revolutionary breakthrough in bioacoustics. AI models have successfully isolated the unique sound of a mother beluga calling her calf back from a chaotic underwater mix of hundreds of overlapping clicks, splashes, and sonic chatter. Imagine trying to pick out one mom's voice in a screaming playground with your ears closed and still getting it right. It's basically the oceanic version of a mom at Walmart yelling, "Get over here right now." Only in sonar and with better manners. This is the first time scientists have matched mother and baby calls so precisely, allowing them to study family dynamics, communication development, and emotional bonding in real time. Without AI, this research would take thousands of painstaking hours. Scientists hunched over audio waveforms, slowly going deaf from endless marine noise. Now, machine learning can scan years of acoustic data in hours, revealing a social world where whales nurture, discipline, warn, and maybe even gossip about the neighbors. Probably dolphins. This isn't just content, it's a profound look into the emotional complexity of whales, unlocked by algorithms, turning our understanding of animal communication into something far more human than we ever imagined. 3. The sound of silence, and it's terrifying. Here's where the emotional gut punch lands. A 2025 study in Monterey Bay found that blue whales went nearly silent after the 2015 marine heatwave known as the Blob. That might sound like a B-movie villain, but it's actually one of the most dangerous climate events ever recorded. Why did the whales stop singing? Because the heat wave killed off the krill they feed on. Hungry whales equals quiet whales. And when a species known for singing ballads up to 24 hours long goes silent, that's not just sad. That's a red flag for the entire ecosystem. Add to that the rising noise pollution from shipping, sonar, and ocean mining, and you get a brutal irony. Just as we learn to listen, we're drowning out the voices. Whales will often stop vocalizing if a ship passes within just half a mile, even if the noise is outside their hearing range. That's like turning off your podcast just because a plane flew overhead 3 blocks away. 4. Are we ready to give whales lawyers? The idea of AI decoding whale speech opens up more than scientific curiosity, it sparks a moral revolution. Legal scholars and ethicists are now asking, if we can prove animals have language, culture, and social structure, don't they deserve legal rights? Time magazine and Pioneers have both reported on this rising debate. Some researchers argue that once we understand animal communication, we cross an ethical threshold. To not protect that communication becomes a choice to ignore their voices. And, let's be real, if whales are out there composing sea operas, raising children, navigating complex societies, and now we can understand them, how long until someone asks for a whale representative in the UN? Okay, maybe not next week. But storytelling is how we get people thinking. And this is a story with huge emotional stakes. 5. What does this mean for you, the storyteller? You now know that AI can listen to whales. Cool. But how does that help you? Here's the real superpower. You can take this astonishing story and use it to teach empathy, science, ethics, and wonder all at once. Here's how. Start with a powerful image or metaphor. Imagine decoding an ancient language never written down until now. Use emotional shifts. Build awe, then tension, then hope. Add humor to disarm. Turns out the ocean's best boy band has been active for millennia, and we just found their demo tape. Show the stakes. These songs may vanish before we translate them unless we act. Invite the audience to reflect. If we can understand whales, can we finally learn to listen to each other and the planet? That's next-level storytelling. That's how movements begin. Here's where we land the planer submarine. As of July 2025, AI has decoded thousands of animal sounds. Whale song databases are expanding. Project SETI is planning real-time conversations with sperm whales by 2026. Google's AI has categorized over 8 species calls, and conservationists are pushing harder than ever for legal recognition of animal communication. But the science alone isn't enough. We need you, the creators, the communicators, the dreamers, to shape the narrative. To tell stories that don't just impress, but connect. Stories that say, these beings have voices. Let's listen before it's too late. Whether it's a classroom, a TikTok, a Netflix doc, or your next speech, the story is yours to tell. So what have we learned? AI can decode whale songs. Those songs are structured, meaningful, and sometimes endangered. Understanding them could reshape science, conservation, and even law. You now hold the tools to retell the story not just as data, but as an emotional journey. The most powerful stories are not the ones told loudest, they're the ones that are heard. Let's make sure whales don't sing in vain. If this video made you laugh, cry, or feel like adopting a humpback, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who loves nature and great stories. Drop a comment. What do you think whales are trying to say to us? And don't forget to check out our next episode, The Ethics of Talking Back. What happens if AI can speak animal? Because the story is just getting started.